Why did you choose to focus on John? I mean, why choose John?
Not on me. I mean, well, I chose that because I'd done a film which we quoted in 1971 that was never released. And, you know, and John and I had become close friends over those 20 years. And I was doing another film, and I just also talked to John often and decided, why don't we do this film that we tell a story we couldn't tell, because it never came out. And that was 10 for 2, the John Sinclair Freedom Rally, when I worked for John and Yoko. And it was explained in here sort of why it didn't ever see the light of day. I mean, once it got in a dumper, it just stayed there. And, you know, and that's what happened. And it just seemed silly not to tell a story, because I'd been smoking weed since I was 15, and I'm 70, so do the math. I was interested in telling was John's, but it was a metaphor for the stupidity of the marijuana laws in a lot of places, including the U.S.
One of my deepest regrets is when we secured the voluntary services of John Lennon and Yoko Ono and Stevie Wonder and all these characters to play at the Freedom Rally, and I threw a fit, and I said the ticket was going to be $3 and it will remain $3. And all of my trusted circle of advisors tried to talk me out of it, and I was so stupid. My whole life would have been different if I would have come out of penitentiary with a couple $100,000 behind me. Instead, like my ex-wife said, we were starving. So that was a big regret, but I mean, everything else is all right.
It gave me an opportunity to go to those places he talked about, because I hadn't been there. And there are a lot of moments that are not in the film, that I don't think need to be in the film, that I enjoyed shooting, going to these places. Robert Johnson's grave site, you know, there were a number of occasions that aren't in the film that were educational for me, or something. I was trained as an architect, so I'm interested in a planner. So I'm interested in those things for totally other reasons. And that's the other part of my life, music and, you know, the arts.
John, there was a point in the film where you said you kind of gave up on fighting America. You know, America was going to be America
right.
no matter what.
Right.
Do you still feel like that? Have you given up on activism altogether?
You know, I'm as active as I can be as an old man who's totally broke. You know, I just forced myself on the public, my performances, and now my movie. You know, there's no market for what I do. Nobody's ever going to give me any $1 million. I don't want $1 million.
If you were selling this film to somebody, what would be the elevator pitch?
Look, both of us
not my
grew up
job.
in the Midwest.
We're content
And,
providers.
right.
Let the people that went to marketing school take it and run with it, you know?
I was thinking, every time we meet you, John, you seem to be doing something new, and now that you've had a film put out about yourself, what are you going to do next?
I just try to keep active. So many possibilities present themselves. Well, like these gentlemen are with the internet radio network called dopefeed.co.uk. And they're affiliated with our radio network called Radio Free Amsterdam, based in Amsterdam. And, so who knows what's gonna, you know, we're trying to get some live broadcasting on soon. Like people, I thought we just got our own little studio, so who knows what'll happen.
Well, you'll have to follow them that.
I'll just keep looking for interesting things to do, so keep you from getting bored. I never get bored.